flowers bloom in spring. Tell me who gives the air that you breathe. Ooh. Everything that you need, he will provide. So you may as well come on and give him a try. 'Cause he's awesome. Ooh, he's awesome. He's awesome. What would I do without him? Couldn't even do without him. I don't wanna be without him. He's awesome.
What's up, ladies? Welcome to ZMR Ministries. I am Pastor Z. It's Friday, but it ain't like no other Friday because it's my birthday. Hey! I'm super excited about tonight's Girl Talk because I got my friends and I got my family here, and we gonna be talking about who? Zanya. Because it's all about me. Okay? I got this new wig on. I got this new outfit on, and my girls looking cute. And we're going to do this girl talk. So what we're going to be talking about today, in all seriousness, is I have my best friend, Bridget, here. I got my sister, Candis, here. And I got my friend, Brittney, here. And we're going to be talking about the evolution of Zanya. And so we're going to be starting out talking about who Zanya was when they met me in the past, who Zanya is now, what they perceive me to be in the future. And then we're going to close it out with everybody's most memorable moment of who?
Zanya.
Because it's all about who today?
Zanya.
All right, so we're going to get started. Who wants to start first? Don't all jump in at once because I know y'all got a lot to say. You know what? I want to say this. This wig is called Solana, and I think her spirit is on me because baby girl is working on tonight. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Bridget, we're going to start with you.
Who's known you the longest?
Candis. It's my sister Candis, y'all. So, I'll let Candis give the history because I was going to give a history. I'm going to shut up.
Oh, okay.
Well, Zanya and I go all the way back to Holmes.
Yeah, OW Holmes. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Holmes. We met at 13.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And we've been doing this thing ever since. What can you say? Zanya's always been crazy. Always the life of the party.
Yep.
We used to give the teachers grief.
We did. We had every class together except one class. Yep.
Yeah, so we caused a lot of problems. But we had fun.
We did.
We had fun. Started walking home from school. That's when everything began. Walking home from school together. We got close. I started spending the night with the family. Got introduced to church. That was a very memorable moment.
Yes.
We started our first jobs together.
Dang, I forgot
Pizza
about that.
Inn.
Pizza Inn.
Yes,
Yep.
Duncanville.
And Duncan, yes. John Honeycutt was
Yes.
that. Hey, John, I don't know if you still own it, but hey.
Yeah, we had fun. We did a lot there too. Going to work in the summers together at American Diabetes Association. Hours doing hair.
Doing her hair.
Yes, because it had to be perfect. It had to be perfect. Hours singing in the bathroom together. Mimi was our coach.
Bridget sung Mariah. I mean, Bridget. Candis sung Mariah Carey.
It's the But yeah, we have a lot of memories. I can't even. We have so many.
What was your first perception of me? Because when we first met, we didn't like each other. Or I didn't like her in 7th grade because I don't know, I just didn't like her. And then in 8th grade, God shifted some things, which was crazy. Now that I think back on it, it was like God orchestrated it that way. We didn't have a choice but to get close. And so I know y'all heard me introduce her as my sister because she is. We started out as best friends, but then she got close to the family. And now she's in all of our family pictures. She's in all of our family pictures. And so we consider her our sister because we don't see her any other way. Right. But she started out my friend. And she accepted me with all of my crazy. So what was your first perception of me? Other than crazy, what else? What did you think about this chocolate girl?
You were funny. You've always had a sense of humor. You've always made me laugh.
Because I was so serious.
I am serious, but I always had a goofy side. Always getting in with the teachers, making everybody laugh. I think that's kind of how we connected.
I was a class clown, believe it or not.
she was
I know that's hard to believe, but I was.
Yeah, and I think the opposites attract. Yeah.
That is so romantic. Brittney, you're next. Was you finished, Candis?
Oh, she can go next.
My first perception, so we met, I was going to say Facebook. The reason why I say Facebook, because that's when I really, what's the word? I guess took to you.
Because I'm takeable.
She is. And that's not normal for me. Like, I'm always very guarded, and I keep my circle, like, really, really close, like, tight-knit. But we did meet in person, but it was just kind of like in passing by. We were at church, you know, and I didn't really have a moment just to connect with you. But my first perception of you, like when you reached out to me and you sent me a word, I think it was like a prayer.
Ooh, I'm always sending a word.
And it was after the prayer call.
Right, prayer lunch. Midnight oil.
And, midnight oil.
Yeah.
And like I'm very cautious.
Right.
But I mean, I knew that I knew you, and I just to sum it all up, I would just have to say genuine. Like when I read the message and I read the prayer and the word, I just felt like a deep genuineness about you, which allowed me to trust you, because I'm not very trusting,
right?
You know, with a lot of people. But yeah, I would say my first perception would be genuine. Yeah. Yeah,
that sounds so good, because she says she's not trusting. And she just don't know. I wasn't trying to be her friend. I was just trying to give her the word and a prayer. But no, she. You know what? I have to say though, with you saying that, like, not being trusting and seeing how genuine I was, I totally had the wrong perception of you.
Really?
Not that I didn't think she was stuck up or anything, but whenever her personality like started to show, the closer we got, I was like, she crazy just like me. You know, people just don't know it because, you know, you see Brittney, she
there's many layers. There's many
layers.
Layers
and representatives. Yep. So I think we both came into, I guess, the know of each other as keeping it, what do you mean? Not kosher, but I guess at face value.
Right.
This is Prophetess Harper. Yeah. This is Prophet Zanya.
Yeah.
And I think we were trying to keep that respect level.
Right.
Until, you know, my crazy just started seeping out, and then I didn't care no more. I was like, this is who I am. So if you deep, you deep.
And when I first came to film in Dallas is when I really got to see her. Like,
in all of my glory.
Yes. And you know, it helped me also remove like some guards and some walls. So
it let her be human.
Really?
Oh, yes. No, seriously, because I mean, especially in this arena as prophets and stuff, it's like you have to really be careful who you be yourself in front of. Not that we be fake, but sometimes you just gotta keep it for real. I'm Pastor Z. I'm Prophetess Harper. I'm Prophet Zanya. Because everybody can't handle who you are. So I think that was our struggle in meeting. Anyways, what did you think about me? Go ahead.
Genuine, authentic, definitely. I love that about you, because it helped me be more, like, it helped me open up and remove those walls, and because I don't do that much.
And be more bold.
Yes, you're right. I like that you said that. That's true.
That was good. Go ahead.
She just eating it all up. Yes, so authentic, bold, yes, definitely. You helped me become bold, but it's something else that I want to say. Like, how am I trying to word this? Like, you've helped me really be able to express myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I got him out.
Because she pulls it out of you.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like, she's kind of pushed me in that area.
I'm gonna
It's
push
been
you.
helpful.
Absolutely.
So
No, that's real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, in other words, let me just sum it up.
she's a balance.
She said, I keep it trill because I'm a trill individual. You know what I'm saying? Oak Cliff, Texas, born in Okay, let me stop. But what Brittney is saying is she could be really passive. I think that's the word.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
I'm not a passive. I don't do passivity. It's not the Lord in my life to be passive. And so us getting closer, like over time, you know, she started seeing more of who I was, and I think that helped her not be as passive because, you know, you can't be around me and I see you being passive or not being open and outspoken without me saying something, because I'm just not going for that. But genuine, authentic, trill, what else? Go ahead.
You want to add?
I mean, if you're done, then I'm gonna go.
I mean, I could go all day.
Oh,
Really
girl,
could,
then
but
go
I mean,
ahead.
you know,
Come on, don't let me stop.
beautiful, gorgeous, outgoing,
Oh my goodness.
just the life of the party. I mean, you just bring so much balance. You bring.
look at Bridget. Can you believe all of this, Bridget?
Yes, I love you. I really do, and I appreciate you.
See, now she gonna make me be
For who
sappy.
you are in my life.
Okay, I'm not gonna be sappy. Go ahead, Bridget.
Come on, Bridget.
Look, Bridget, bring it on. Bring it on. Lay it on thick.
But you know,
No.
I'm gonna add one more thing. But you know what I do love about you, Zanya, is though you're like outgoing, you're outspoken, you're trill, all of that, but
Yes, true.
I love your passion for God. Like through it all,
Yeah.
like you have such a strong conviction.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what honestly connected us, because I have a very, very strong conviction and a sense of morality, and so do you. So I think that's commendable, but that's one thing that I can say. You have a very strong love and a strong conviction for the things of God and for who God is in your life.
You know, and that's the best one, because, you know, especially in social media world or just in real life, you know, people put that representative out, and it's not the real thing. And I don't think a lot, especially people who been knowing me for years and who I grew up with, you know, it's I think it's hard for them to believe like this is really for real who I am. It's not just something I'm just doing because it's for fun, or, you know, oh, Zanya just grew up in church. Oh, she calls herself a pastor and a prophet now. And I think, you know, sometimes it takes new people to come into your life who can appreciate and accept that. I mean, not trying to go to the word because it is my birthday, but, you know, when you think about when Christ was saying a prophet is without honor in their own home amongst their own family, and sometimes you have to go away in order to get that honor. So yeah, girl, that's good. She's saying I'm saved. And anyways, Bridget, look, we're back. Go ahead, Bridget.
Well, me and
I almost got sappy.
me and Zanya went to high school together, but we really didn't know each other in high school. She actually graduated with my sister.
I thought they were twins.
That was
Candis thought y'all were twins.
she did not.
But y'all
She
don't
did.
look
No,
just
she
alike.
did. Yeah,
I
just
thought y'all were
yesterday.
twins.
Didn't you say that, Candis?
I
She was
did.
like, "Where's her twin?"
But I kind of knew that you weren't twins because I think we've had this conversation
Stick
before.
with me.
And y'all don't look exactly
Twins.
alike or anything, but I don't know why I just always had that vibe like y'all are twins.
Yeah, like she pretty too, so you know. But yeah, we actually, I would say our relationship kind of really developed between us having mutual friends.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't say friends, but we were associated with mutual people.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like we had something in common, so we would be around each other, and we kind of got to know each other more on a more personal level in regards to who she really was and who I was. We are much different, but we're similar too. So Zanya is very outgoing, but she's not very outgoing.
Right.
So, but I am outgoing, so I like to go, and she's comfortable staying in the house. But she also helped to push me more, kind of like Brittney was saying, because I was the capeplum queen, and I get comfortable, you know, in how I dress and different things like that. And she would be like, no, we're gonna get you something different. You realize you had like 9 of the same type of shirt? I didn't realize
dresses,
it. You know,
colors, and
because
everything.
it's about you, girl. So we so it would be, you know, the same thing. So she would you know, push me to step outside of that box and kind of try different and new things that I was uncomfortable with. So she will push you out of your comfort zone and help you find more within yourself. And I mean, even just speaking for myself too, even doing this was a push outside of a comfort
even for
zone.
Candis.
I don't know if we're still outside.
So yeah, it was something, you know, initially where you're like, you want me to do what? No, and then you say, okay, well maybe I can do that. So she is a comfort pusher, which is a good thing, because sometimes you need someone to go ahead and push you past what you never knew or thought that you could do. As well as she will cut up, which is a good time.
You're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. You know, when you say cut up, people think you acting out.
No.
I used to act out. I don't act out no more.
Yeah, so in the past, you know, so you will, you know, she
definitely have acting out on the list.
Yeah, it's gonna be, you're gonna have a good time. She likes to joke. You know, I think a lot of times, because being able to see the prophetic side, there's a lot of seriousness that she has to go through. So it is good to be able to see her, you know, be able to cut up, have a good time. When I say cut up, I mean joke around, have a good time.
We get it. I don't care what they thought.
You know, so for that, and as well as for me with my faith walk and ministry walk, she introduced me to different things. I remember she used to call and she'd be like, so the Lord, and I'd be like, oh Lord.
No, Bridget. I would tell her what the Lord is saying, and Bridget would tell people, this is my friend Tanya. She has premonitions.
Yeah. Because I was not familiar with any of that. How I grew up, that wasn't something that, we weren't taught about the Holy Spirit. I knew it existed, but it was nothing where you were like, oh, okay, well, you can receive the Holy Spirit. No, we knew the Holy Spirit was there. And even in regards to things being for prophetic, that was something I didn't even know it was real. You know, so to me, I was like, oh, she got premonition.
She presented me like I was a complete weirdo.
That's the way she took that.
No,
I would say it was not a complete weirdo.
Like, she would put people in front of me and then be like, this is my friend Zanya. She has premonitions. And then it will be a slight pause, like, say something. And I'm like, girl.
But I mean, when you don't know, what do you...
I mean, I get it, but I used to be like, Bridget, like, calm down. What are you doing? This is weird.
Well, you know.
Well, I will say with Bridget, okay, so we did get closer because of a mutual associates. And you know, over the years, it's funny because, of course, Candis know I've always been the extrovert. Always outgoing, always, you know, I guess the people person, which I still am. But one thing that Bridget said is, when you think about being an extrovert now, Bridget is more of an extrovert than I am. Like, Bridget is super friendly. She likes to be out. She likes to be around people. She likes to entertain. Mm-hmm. She's that person, and I'm just like, put me in the corner. I want to be in the dark. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm like, people. Oh my God, people. Mm-hmm. And I've become, I think I said this Wednesday, right? I've become more introverted over the years. And I'm sitting here because Candis is on the end and she's been knowing me the longest. And it's kind of hard to believe, but like, I'm a super introvert now. Mm-hmm. Like,
homebody.
I'm a home, like, yeah, but it's like, even outside the home, I'm not the most talkative person anymore. It's just like, you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't know if it's age. I don't know if it's maturity. I don't know if it's the oil for all my churchy deep folks. But it's like the older I get, I'm just becoming more introverted. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so now we know our groundwork, our history, how we all started, you know what I'm saying? So now we're going to move into what? Y'all know I got personality. I'm an actress, you know what I'm saying? Don't get the thing twisted. Yes, I'm an introvert, but girl, she got them personalities.
You know how to switch it on and off.
Switch it, just like these wings. Okay? Okay. Anyways, so I want to talk about the present compared to which it's gonna be different for all of y'all because y'all all met me at different stages of life. Like Candis, we were kids. You know what I'm saying? We were 13. Bridget, even though we knew of each other in high school, we didn't get cool or super close to our 20s. So of course that was a different generation or a gap there. And then of course Brittney, you're meeting me in the last year. Yeah. So it's like that's foreign to her. You know what I'm saying? What Candis is saying, what Bridget is saying. Everybody has their own perception depending on what stage of life they met me in, which is really interesting though. Because it's like I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the evolution of who I am, how I've grown, what has changed, what's the same. And it kind of makes you want to sit down with a piece of paper like, what? Right. Do I need to change that? Let me switch this up. But
can we do that all for all of us?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. After we go eat though.
Yeah, we need to eat first.
Okay, y'all don't pay attention to us. But listen, according to how you guys first met me, your perception, and then present day, which is right now, would you say it's the same? Is it different? Like, what would you say has shifted? Like emotionally, spiritually, intellectually. It could be my character. It could be whatever.
Well, I'll go first since I've known you the longest. So there's definitely a change.
Rank. She was like rank.
No, not like that. But I definitely see a lot of growth. Just because that's what's supposed to happen. You know,
it's supposed to.
Yeah, you're supposed to grow, and you have, so that's good.
Good.
You, like I said, you've always been a lot of fun. You're always happy. You're always the person to make someone laugh that's down. You know, those are good qualities that you have. Definitely, you've always had a spiritual being about you, but I definitely see the change with that over the years. I see the change in your personality as far as being outgoing and going out a lot. Now you're more inside, but you're still fun. You just
fun in the house.
Fun in the house,
right?
Yeah. A big change is your ability to maintain your emotions as far as anger.
Yes.
You come a long way with that. Yes. Used to be pretty feisty. Fight on.
Rare.
Yeah. Fight.
On demand.
Yeah.
On demand, amen.
Yeah, on demand.
Listen.
So I see a lot of growth. I do.
Now I'm fighting the spirit.
Amen.
Amen. Don't get it twisted up. What about you, Brittney? Wait, before I move ahead, that warms my heart. Because Candis has seen
she met you at 13.
At 13.
Yeah.
When you don't even know yourself. So for her to say she's seen, especially the spiritual growth, I think that's what means more to me than anything you guys can say. It's right there neck and neck with Zonya's Beautiful. Of course. Right. It's like going head to head. But of course the spiritual, that's what really warms my heart, for real. That's what, because it's like in all of the growth, it doesn't matter if you're not growing in that area. Right. Like if people see you and you're still the same, or you were spiritually 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and there's no change or shift or growth, and it's like, what's the point of it all? So thank you for that, Candis.
You're welcome.
That's sweet.
And I do have better temperament.
Very, very, very better.
A lot better. Brittney? Wait, no. Let's go in order.
Okay.
Bridget.
For me, yes, I have. I've seen a lot of growth. Like I said, even when I met her, I knew she did have a little temper on. And that would be someone with, just a little anger, a little temper, and you would just kind of have to. I remember one time I said that sometimes I feel like I have to walk on eggshells. She did. Yeah. And it's like,
dang, I forgot you said. I remember that conversation. Yeah. It was a hard one. It was a hard conversation.
Yeah, and it was just like I knew there was good there. I did. And it was just like getting through that. Once you can kind of see past that and get through that, you knew she had a good heart. That's one thing I can say. She's always had a good heart. It was just being able to get to it. And I've been able to see the progression, over this time to where she is very cognitive now of the things that come out of her mouth, and what she says, and in regards to how it may make somebody else feel. And I think that's a really good thing. And that is an area where she has really grown in that. And I'm really proud of her for that. As well as one thing I can say spiritually wise, when I met her, to me she was always spiritual. But I've seen the actual, like, a huge spiritual growth. I've watched the faith walk, and I have always just wanted to watch with the popcorn, because I was like, sitting here watching go back and forth. And I mean, no matter if I would even say it was a failure, because it was a lesson that was learned that was meant for her to help her get to where she is today. So I wouldn't say anything that she's gone through has been a failure. It's just been a tool in her kit that has helped her to grow into be better, and also to help push her testimony out further. So one thing I can say from a spiritual level, I wouldn't say anywhere weak, in that point. I've just seen a lot of progression. There's always been a boldness in what she has to say, spiritual wise. And that is an area where I already felt like she was strong, but I see that you can always be stronger, because even where she is now, Zanya doesn't guess when the Lord has given her a word, she's going to move on it. And that is something that I've always seen her do. And that's something that she stands by. And I think that's a great, aspect that she has in seeing. And again, as well as, like you say, areas in growth that I've seen from the past to here now, it really is a place of where she's gotten to be very friendly. Though she say she's not, she friendly. But
I cringed a little on this, so I was like, wait a minute. I've already been cringing, period, honestly.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
She has gotten in a sense of friendlier, and I think that is at a part because she's going to be surrounded by people. And I mean, that's the area of growth where she's had to learn to say, okay, well, if I'm going to be surrounded by people, then you're going to have to learn to like people. And be with them.
Yes, that's real talk. So last year, was it last year or year before last? I was in this situation, and I literally was just like, I don't like any of these people. Like, and I meant it. And God was just like, then you're not fit for the kingdom. Like, you're going to be ineffective. That's not how I am. I'm the definition of love. And you can't be, I can't send you somewhere and you're in the corner because you don't want to talk to nobody. And it was literally like that when people, they were happy to see me like, oh, hey. And I'm like, oh my God. Hi, how are you? So it was like I had to push past that. But getting back to what you finish? Getting back to what Bridget was saying, I think it's a smooth, or not smooth, it's very rigid transition, but I can see it from Candis. And that's why I want you to go last, because you met me last. But like, it's almost as if the negative and the positive, you see how it's literally made a transition from operating in the natural realm to spiritual. And how I've really grown more in the spiritual realm, learning to control my anger and channel it somewhere else. I didn't become passive. I still use that aggression, but more so spiritually now. And I can still be a little aggressive, but what I'm saying is I can see like the. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That makes sense. What you say makes sense. But yeah, but it's crazy when she was just saying, when we had I forgot all about the conversation, but I remember us having that conversation, and she was just like, I just feel like I'm always walking on eggshells with you. And I remember it was hurtful, because I'm like, you're my friend. Like, what are you talking about? I love you. Why would you have to do that? And then that's when of course, going through anger management, but that was after anger management. And so it was like, it was still residue. It was still debris there where I was just like, okay, obviously someone that you care about that's very close to you feels like they can't even
talk to you.
Yeah, like you have to be so careful about what you say to me because of what's gonna fly out of my mouth, or how I'm gonna say something, or my response. So it was like, it was another, it hurt. but it was another area of growth where I was just like, okay, obviously you're not where you thought you were. You probably have gotten better, but by no means are you where you thought you were. But that's, yeah, I
can say
that.
as a newbie, I've had moments to where I felt like, but I think I'm that way in general. Like if I don't know somebody really well, and I feel like let's say I have a word or something, I always pray for the right timing. But I've felt before, and I think I've told you that, like I've had like a word to like give to you, but I just didn't feel like it was right or you would receive it at that time. So I would just kind of wait until the right time to ease into it. So I mean, I get it. I mean, I felt that way.
You know what? I feel like a spiritual villain though. And I'm gonna tell y'all, no, I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's like, first of all, me and Bridget talked about this on What's the Issue Wednesday. It's like I'm the prophet that nobody wants to get a word from because they're just like, oh my God, here she come. But I'm also the individual that when people need to give me a word, there's always hesitation. They're just like, can you give somebody else to tell her? And it's like a fear there. And I'm like, bro, give me my word. What are you doing? I need my word. Like, come on. Like, don't pay attention to my attitude or nothing else. I mean, if you off, I'm gonna tell you off. You know, flat out. That's what I'm talking about. Keeping it real, but just more so spiritually now. Because, you know, prime example, I had someone who called me through Messenger, and they needed to give me a word. And it was like, the Lord told me such, and I got someone else on the phone for you, you know, to make you feel comfortable. And I was like, I don't care that you're a man trying to prophesy to me. I don't need no woman on, you know, I had to catch myself because I'm like, I don't care about that. I'm not studying that. That ain't even what this is about. Give me my word because if you true, I'm going to tell you true. If you off, don't ask me, am I right? Because I'm going to tell you no. And then, secondly, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to tell you, bro, this ain't it. Like, I don't know. But that's funny. Because I get that all the time. Once people get comfortable with me, they're like, you know, when I first met you, man, I did not want to give you that word. I did not want to come tell you this. And I was like, do I have that demeanor? I thought I was approachable.
What?
From left to right?
You are.
Candis, I'm not approachable. I don't look approachable.
But see, I think
You
it's
are
different for me
approachable
because I'm
now.
just learning you.
Yeah, you're approachable.
I think
been
so.
approachable.
I thought I was.
I mean, I feel like I have the relationship with you that.
So you can't really judge.
No, I feel not that I can't judge. I feel like we have been through so much together that we've been family for so long that whether you're approachable or not, I really don't care. I'm gonna approach you
Candis
anyway.
wasn't approachable, so
Right, and then
Look, I'm throwing you under the bus.
But I feel like I'm approachable.
no,
now.
yeah, yes. Oh my gosh, Candis was like flat out mean.
Not mean, just
She was
tough.
she was mean, like real.
I was
tough,
guarded, and that made me have a tough, just
exterior.
Yeah.
Because she's always been my baby.
Mm.
But yeah, that's okay, Brittney. We're on you.
Okay, so it's it was the past. Now
We're in the
the
present. Yeah. How does it differentiate in the last year or a little over a year now that you've known me?
Honestly, I don't think it's really been much of a change, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's because I think I've met you in a certain place in your life where God has brought you, just like He has with all of us, like what we say in the church, a mighty long way.
A mighty,
you know what I mean?
Hey. No, I'm not going down to keep for that today.
But what I can say is I've seen consistency in who you are, because when you're first getting to meet someone and you're learning them, sometimes, like for me, I'm like a little cautious because if I see a switch in anybody or if they're like flaky, I'm like, oh no, I can't deal with that. Like I don't, because I'm not that way. Right. So I didn't see that in you. I saw like consistency and just the genuineness in your spirituality, and I think it's different for me and you because that's how we connected. Right. We connected on more like ministry and spiritual, And
now it's actually shifting more of the natural. Because our relationship has grown and our friendship has grown. And I think those barriers of distrust have started. It took a while for it to come down. And so, like, we would still talk and we would have conversations and things like that. But it was, you know, I'm always side-eyeing people. So even then,
That's how I am,
I was
too.
just like... So even when I saw a little sprinkle of something, I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to leave Brittney alone. You know,
You did? You never told me that.
I'll tell you now.
Really?
No, I'm dead
I'm
serious.
shocked. Okay.
Really?
I am.
I was like, nah, bruh. You know?
Really?
I was like, because it was
You have to tell me that.
it was things in prayer, and when the Lord was showing me some things, of course, you know, when the Lord show you some things, He's like, I didn't connect you so you can see that, and then be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But the Z in me, and that's why I'm saying it's hard sometimes, because the Zanya in me will see something, and I'm just like, nah, bruh. Go on about your business. You cute and all, but take your curls over there. But it was like the Lord literally had to deal with me, like, stop. And so now that our friendship really has grown, and we're like where we are now, which we what's understood don't need to be explained, but we know where we at now, and it's a greater understanding. Yeah, like it's like now I see, okay, I would have missed that whole thing. And I could have missed a blessing. I could have missed out on a good friend. I could have missed out on an assignment. Yeah. And now, you know, because Brittney's the baby of the group. She just turned 33, and so I look at her now like a little sister. And now I've kind of grown really protective and guarded over her, where it's just like, you know, you ain't got to pop off, sis. I got you. And she just.
That old song.
It be seeping out sometimes, because I remember she called me not too long ago. She was telling me something somebody said, or they came out. I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, immediately I was like, no, this is how you respond. Yep. Are you writing this? And she was like, okay, wait a minute, say that part again. She was like, say that part again. You know, and I was really upset. I was like, how dare them? Who they think they talk to call me? And I was like, girl, you need to quit. You need to stop all that. But I get it. Yeah. I get it, like the consistency, but I think we're on the same page when it comes to what you were saying. Like, you see any small thing, and it just comes from you gotta guard your oil. That's the first thing. But B is just like, I don't have time for that. And because I know me, you have to know yourself. So when I see little traces of that, I don't care who you are, I'm gonna have to go to the left because I don't want to have to retreat back to how I used to respond. So that's my way of guarding that. All right, moving on. The future. What do you guys see? Where I am now, where do you foresee me in the future? And it could be the next year, 10 years, 50 years. What longevity wise, what do you see? Like, down the road, and you look back and then you look at me right then, what do you see? I don't even know if I said that right, but I think y'all get what I'm saying.
For me, I mean, I feel like just the path that you've been on, you're definitely gonna always work for yourself. Whatever you do is gonna be a surprise to everyone. Yeah.
Explain it though. For people who don't know.
You're a private person. You sit on stuff until it's ready. Yeah. Until it's ready. I think that you'll continue to have positive growth, and that you will. I just think you'll surprise people. That's my short, sweet answer.
Right. In a nutshell.
That's it. That's
what
all.
What about as your sister? What do you see?
I'm proud of you as a sister. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Yeah,
that's sweet.
Why, Candy?
She wants to hear all the glory.
Right.
I can't just say this is how I feel. I'm proud of you because of where you've come from, where we've come from. Just the growth. I keep saying that word, but that is just the truth. The growth. Yeah. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of. I mean, you left your home and moved somewhere totally new. that's not easy. You have to be strong, strong-minded to do that, to make a change and stand on it and just have faith that everything's going to work out, that it's going to go the way you need it to go, or the way you've been, the way that you have been guided in your mind with. I just think, I'm just proud of you. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Look, I know that's hard for you.
Yeah.
Not to say it, but you know, Candis is not very expressive.
No.
When it comes to feelings and emotions, so I'll take that.
Okay. Yes. Bridget will give you the long drawn out
expanded version.
Yeah.
Come on, Bridget. Pour it on me. Come on.
Richard don't pour all that down either. I'm
You've
trying
been pouring
to.
today.
Future wise, I think for me, I feel like you winning, but I'm ready to see you win. You know, and it's when I say that, that's just because, like I say, I've seen the ups and the downs. I have been able to see the full journey. And it's like
what they call behind the cross.
Right.
Yeah.
Where when people say, oh, I want that, oh, it's like there's no, you don't get to see everything. And for me, I'm like, I can't wait. You know, and it's just a full like, man, I'm not finna cry.
Girl, you crying. Oh, Bridge. I thought I was gonna cry. I guess I think I'm too cute.
That ain't gonna ever leave. She needs someone to keep her humble on that side. But it is a faith walk is not easy. And being able to see somebody walk it out and in the end win when everyone has told you you're gonna lose, you know, or haven't had the faith in you to be able to see that. I can't wait to see that. And I think that's like, as a friend, you know, you want to see the success, you want to see the happiness, because I have seen the days when you've been sad. And I think it's important, you know, for you to be able to feel that fullness, because I know God is going to do that. And, you know, and that's for me. I know there's big things that's in you that you're going to push through, and you're going to be able to do it. And I know God got you. And I think that helps for people who are new in the walk to be able to see that finish. You know, that, okay, I know if she did it, I know I can do it too. You know, and I think those are things that's important, because a lot of people in ministry, people don't get to see the real walk.
Right.
And a lot of, I think in ministry, a lot of people hide the other side. And they say like, oh, when you start doing this, the floodgates are about to open. Not realizing when floodgates open, sometimes you got to run to keep from drowning. Sometimes you got to float just to make it go through. And I've been able to see that. So I know in the future, you know, since I know whatever you do, you're going to work hard to get it. Like Candis say, you're going to work for yourself, because you're going to need to work for yourself too. Parts of it. But it's going to be successful because you allow God to guide you. And it's not the fact of like, oh, because I've seen you have to drop the things that you wanted.
Right.
But it's not saying that you're not getting the things that you want. God has been able to change your desire and to still fulfill what you wanted, but he's getting a victory out of it. And I think that's a great thing. And you know, she don't watch our kids, so I'm gonna be ready to torture her kids whenever they come. So I can tell them to call her by her first name. So I can say Zanya. You know, and all other stuff, and fill them with whatever they want to send them right on back. You know, so I'm just excited, and I'm just ready
babies.
To see. She do. I'm just ready to see the fullness of what's coming, because I know it's coming, and I'm excited for that. I am.
I don't even have nothing to say about that, girl. You done outdid yourself.
What else?
Candis, she's been boring today.
No, what's great is because she has seen like the gook, the things that I really do hide. Which Candis knows this. I've always hidden things very well. I've been that person that can wear a smile when I'm dying on the inside. And then I went through a phase where I couldn't hide it. And now it's just more so, it ain't nobody's business. So I'd rather keep it to myself, because you grow to understand that everybody is not for you. Everybody doesn't have your back. People who say they support you really don't. And that's not me being negative, it's just being real. When you start seeing the inside of people's heart intentions towards you, when you start understanding that they are waiting for you to fail, or they don't wish you to fail, but it'll make them feel better. Whether it's proving you wrong, whether it's I don't want them doing better than me, whether it's you're not my pick, I'd rather this person have it. And so when you go through years of that, you do become kind of I guess introverted. Like Candis said, everything will be a surprise. I don't know if you remember this, Candis. Remember, Candis don't be remembering stuff, so I don't even know if she gonna remember this. But we were all at a sister dinner, and remember, I think it was Christina that was like, let's go, no, it was Adrian. Let's go around the table and say one word to describe each sister. Do you remember that?
No.
Candis like nah.
And
but
everybody was saying one word, and then when they got to Adrian, she looked at me and she was like, a mystery. And I started laughing. She was like, for real, because we just never know what's going on with you. And I think first of all, I think it started out as a protective barrier, and now it really is about privacy. Like it's guarding my heart, it's guarding the gifts, it's guarding the anointing, but at the same time, it's just like I just choose not to live my life out loud, which is crazy, because starting out, I want to be an actress and be in Hollywood and all those things. You do live your life out loud. You live it in the spotlight. You just gotta find a way to keep it private. But now, in my life, it's really more so about, I don't really want nobody to know what's going on with me. Like I love that exclusivity about myself. When people think they know, it's comical to me, because it's so funny how people would really think they close to you and they don't realize they so far away. They have no idea. And I don't know if it's a God-given thing that he's given me, but I really believe it's a way that just keeps me guarded from the vultures and stuff, so I won't have to be ugly. Amen. Brittney, Bridget, were you done? You don't have any more in you?
Nothing.
No.
Go ahead, Bridget.
Let's give her a round of applause, Bridget. You did great. That was great. I didn't tell her to say that, by the way. And I didn't make her cry on cue.
I would say, I just hear two words. I just hear
Come on, prophet. Okay.
fulfillment, greater fulfillment, and I just hear larger spaces. So I remember earlier when me and Bridget was talking this morning, I was like, this place is too small for Zanya. I was like, I really see her moving. Like I just see a bigger space, and I think it's just represented. It just represents just not just a living space, but just like all around, just the borders, the walls, the boundaries that God wants to break in your life, so that you can really just fulfill.
Right.
And not just fulfill, but also be fulfilled. I just see it like a twofold thing, like God wanting to fulfill, and then you fulfilling. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just say that in a nutshell. Fulfillment and larger spaces.
And that's confirmation. I mean, because the Lord has been, which we ain't trying to go there, but like he had been dealing with me about enlarging your tent. And so even with that, like Candis says, everything's always a surprise. I'm sitting here because I'm like, yeah. You're absolutely right, Britt. But anyways, now go ahead and finish before I go into that.
No, go ahead.
Were you done?
Yeah.
You sure? That was it? Just 2 words?
She finished.
Yeah.
Which say, Bridget, don't try to force it.
That was it.
She's finished. Bridget, you don't know.
You speak your truth.
Right?
No, that's amazing, because of course, just listening to like Candis and Bridget and Brittney, well, it ain't like nobody else is y'all the only ones up here is what I'm saying. But listening to y'all, what I'm trying to express is how people perceive you. And so sometimes people get so caught up on people who perceive you the wrong way, or see you in a negative light, or you know, the negativity that comes your way,
or charging you for something before you
Yep.
or from younger days, or
That's
before you
good.
changed, or before you
Look at Candis, girl.
I know, right? That was good.
Go ahead.
That was good.
no.
She just came out talking.
I just wanted to
Yes,
say that.
yes.
Yeah,
Candis
that's
was
true.
nervous, y'all, to do that, and I don't know why. I told her she's natural, but what you say? No. Candis was like, you know, I don't like to be public speaking. I'm like, girl, this us. What you talking about? It's just us in the studio. But yeah, it's that part right there. And you know, if you're not careful, you'll live your life trying to prove, or you'll live your life seeking validation. You'll live your life seeking affirmation, acceptance, all of those things from people who would never, I don't care how well you do, they would never accept you.
Yeah.
How well you do, they would never validate. I can prophesy all the way to the color of your drawers, and people will still say, she ain't no prophet. I don't care. She saw that. I don't know how she saw it. Maybe my skirt was see-through or something. But you'll forever try to live your life just seeking that from horizontally versus vertically. And so when you reach a point in life like I have, you know, it's my level. I think me and Bridget talked about this one day. My level of I don't care is kind of scary because I don't care from anybody. I don't care if you're family. I don't care if you're a preacher, bishop, apostle. I don't care who you are. My level of I don't care it's almost, it shakes me sometimes because it's almost like, you know, things that people should care about. I sincerely don't care. I truly don't. And sometimes, you know, I really do. I remember one time I told Bridget, I said, I was just crying out to God, like, help me, because this can't be normal. You know, help me to care. And I realized just over time, sometimes, I guess I was crying out because you don't want to become callous. Where you just don't care because it's just like, it is what it is. Yep. Where you're building that on pain, or you built walls. And then I started realizing it wasn't that. It's just that my focus, I have tunnel vision. And so a lot of me being very, is it recluse, like to myself, and introverted is because I'm constantly in my zone. And so it's just like, I'm not being distracted by anything else, and I don't even care about anything else. And then the moment that it becomes to where I'm like feeding it energy, because we know whatever we don't feed has to die. Then the moment that I realize I've given it too many snacks, then I'm taking my snacks back. You know what I'm saying? I don't even let it get into a full appetizer or meal. The moment that I see a little, you know, goldfish crumbs, and I'm like, hold up, give me them crumbs. Like, let's cut that out. But that's amazing just listening to y'all. You know, we laughed about this because, you know, they just thought this was all about vanity and just me wanting to hear about myself, and it was all this.
Get your body, get it up, moving forward. You gotta keep it pushing, famous. You gotta keep it pushing. Get your mind, get your brain, and if you got your act together, we can make it happen in any kind of weather. Cause I gotta make something out of nothing. I turn it into everything. Allow me to make it plain. Listen to what I say. The man in me. I've been down before, but now I'm UP. I've got the same body upgrade, mind, body, brain.